bops about books.
Hello and welcome to Book Bops! Today we're going to bopify Lula Dean's Little Library of Banned Books by Kirsten Miller. I kind of happened upon this book the other day as I was visiting a library. I thought this book was so funny and interesting and powerful, relevant to what is happening today. I started this podcast because I love books. The idea of somebody writing a novel about banned books, I was like, wait. Welcome to Troy, Georgia, home to Lula Dean, a book-banning busybody with a giant chip on her shoulder. So there's this whole plethora of books that Lula Dean has decided are not appropriate for the town's children to read. And those are basically any books that mention Black history, LGBTQ people, the idea of exploring gender identity. She gathers up this committee of people and they all grab these books from everywhere they can find and they're going to get rid of them. Lula Dean is like, since we're not reading these books, these are the other books that I encourage you to read. She picks a bunch of basically like white supremacist patriarchal BS, honoring Confederate legacies and things like that. And she puts one of those little free libraries, you know, it's like a post with a little house on it, and the house has little shelves. She puts all these books that she has decided to curate inside the library. Her sworn enemy, Beverly Underwood, she's like, I don't like this idea. Her daughter, Lindsay, fills Lula Dean's library with banned books. She takes off the book jackets and she replaces them with banned books. As people go and they pull out a book and they go, interesting, The Art of Crocheting, and they open it and it's like, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. And their lives begin to be changed by the books. Let's check it out. Boom. For the sound, an artist that they mention a lot is Little Richard, who is also from Georgia. Basically, the argument is made, why don't we honor somebody like Little Richard instead of this Confederate soldier that we have on display in the town square? So I thought it would be fun to write lyrics to a Little Richard song. This is Tutti Frutti. It's classic rock. I'm going to use One Motion's chord player. I'm going to go to my chord player. There's our F, and it's F for, it sounds like 8 counts. Then we've got a B flat. I'm actually going to change the key here. We've got B flat for 4 counts. We've got F for 4 counts. And then we've got C for 2 counts. I love that. So what is our strum going to sound like? Let's see what the rock one sounds like. Sounds the most like it so far. I got a girl named Sue. I wonder if we can change the bass so that it sounds a little bit more like his style. Honestly, this makes sense to me. I believe that the rhythm in Tutti Frutti is what's called the bodily rhythm, and that comes from Cuban son, and this is a Cuban son rhythm. So that would make sense. We're going to export the MIDI file. I'm going to drag and drop it into my Ableton player. Let's do electric guitar. I don't like how that sounds. I want the notes to be a little shorter, so it's a little more rhythmic. Yeah. Now, for the sake of simplicity, I'm not going to do a whole lot with our instruments today. Also, I'm noticing the tempo that I have is a lot slower than his. I got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do. Rob, bam, loom, bam, 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 to the boot. Oh, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah! I know what I did. So the tempo is faster, but the chords are also played for longer. So it's not F for 8 counts, it's F for 16 counts. And then we have B flat for 8. Got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do. I got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do. She rocked to the east. Okay, I mean, we have the rhythm right, even if the guitar sounds kind of weird. Why does it sound like that? Ba-da-ba-ba, tutti frutti. Beverly's great-great-great-great-grandpa, General Wainwright, has a statue in the town square. Beverly read about what her ancestor did to Black folks. Ms. Newman, the librarian, said, "You have 64 great-great-great-great-grandparents. You get to choose whose footsteps you'll follow. And that's the core message of the book. We can't change the past. We can change the future by acknowledging the past and doing what we can to make things more just. And so Beverly decides to gather with other folks, including Black relatives of this general. They gather together and they have the statue taken down. And they have in his place a statue of what they imagine the unnamed woman who is their other ancestor looked like. We've got a chorus, a verse, chorus. There's another verse. Then we have another chorus. We might have time to write a third verse. Now we can get to our lyrics. Lula Dean, that's what I'm hearing. So mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Honestly, our chorus is probably the easiest thing that we're going to write today. Ba-boom. Da-da-da, da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. And then it goes into the chorus. Here in Troy, Georgia, welcome to Troy, Georgia, where the history's complex. Here in Troy, oh boy, our history's complex. Got a statue in the town square. That old general shouldn't be there. That doesn't feel like the first verse to me. It feels more like a second or third verse. But we've written something, and that's the important part. I feel like this is going to be the second verse. For the first verse, I want to kind of explain what's happening. This is a challenge for me because I have to say a lot in very few words. Verse 1. That little post in front of her house is full of banned books. Ba-da-da-da-da. That little library she put up for show is full of banned books, but she doesn't know. Ah! And then it's like, she rocked to the east, she rocked to the west. The Underwood girl switched them out because she knew da-da-da-da about. The Underwood girl, she switched all the books. Now all the townfolk are ba-ba-ba-ba. The Underwood girl, she switched all the books. Wait till the townfolk find out what's cooking, Lula Dean. In Tutti Frutti, the second verse is the third verse. Maybe we can do that, but have like a variation so that we show what's changed in the story. See that statue in town square? That old general. It's no longer there. I think we've got the lyrics. This is Lula Dean's little library of banned books in the style of Little Richard. Lula Dean, so mean. 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 That little library she put up for show is full of banned books, but she doesn't know that little library she put up for show is full of banned books, but she doesn't know. The Underwood girl, she switched all the books. Wait till the town folk find out what's cooking. Lula Dean, so mean. 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 Here in Troy, oh boy, our history's complex. Here in Troy, oh boy, our history's complex. See that statue in Jackson Square? That old general shouldn't be there. And that's the break. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, she's so mean. That Lula Dean, so mean. Here in Troy, oh boy, our history's complex. Here in Troy, oh boy, our history's complex. See that statue in Jackson Square? That old general isn't there. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, she's so mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Lula Dean, so mean. Yay, we did it! we have successfully bopified Lula Dean's Little Library of Banned Books. Thanks so much for joining. Let me know what you think of this book and this bop in the comments.
Book Bops! Bops about books.